You can be in the right spot and you can release the club early and see where the club actually gets outside the ball. This black tee on the outside, that's the direction you're currently swinging. It's feeling like you need to hit it at 7 in there. If you start to hike these away fast, your mind loses that connection to the club. And then in transition, it's really hard to then, get it back to where it needs to be because it's just a guessing game on the way through.
I'm not going to tell you. Huh? Okay, we're done.
Yeah, right?
Cut in.
Yeah, exactly.
All Adam. That was all Adam. That was Adam. One lesson.
Yeah.
And look where I hit it.
Yeah. High center. Okay, so, I know I have a wedge in my hand, but we'll just talk about the driver. I want you to start getting back to where you used to be with your grip and not getting too underneath with the pressure that way. Anytime the hand's there, just so you know, it rotates the club shut. And even if it doesn't and you somehow fan it open, the hand's so far under, has nowhere to go but over. So a better athlete who knows that I can't do that, otherwise it's going to go dead left, will start to rotate incorrectly to hold the golf club face off, which is why the miss for you, actually surprisingly, with the shut face and a strong grip, is actually a little right. So for you, also, understand this, heel shots. Heel shots don't just come from being over the top. Here, stop here. Actually, you know what? Kev, you and Randy go back here. I want you guys to see this. If this is the straight line into the back of the ball, right, where I'm going to strike it in the dead center, this is what you need to know about heel and toe. A person who hits the toe typically stands way out of it and the hands get high, and that's where they hit the toe. Club gets closer here. Someone who hits the heel a lot of times isn't just an over-the-topper. You come down on a pretty good plane, bud, but the problem is you can be in the right spot and you can release the club early and see where the club actually gets outside the ball. Okay, so that's a heel strike. If I were to keep my hands going through impact and rotate, it's not ever going to get outside the ball. So, and here's the cool thing, Randy, you're strong, dude. Unleash it on the way down. And when I say unleash it, you're not going to skip the rock. You know this. You're not going to go like this. You're going to go in front like that. Let the arms go. So big turn. I mean, that was out of the center again. And I think the biggest thing I would tell you when doing that is just make sure you just don't get narrow and make sure you're more built up, keeping the width. And the first thing down is you staying nice and centered and accelerating your arms so that they catch up with your chest on the way through, okay?
So a little too quick on the arms?
A little too quick with the body on the way through. Keep your back to the target, a hair longer, and let your arms move to the golf ball. So now watch, just be smooth, connected, and just get a little feeling of the knuckles going around with your body's rotation on the way through. Yeah, it's close. And the reason why, more than any, that you end up hitting the heel, you stand close and line the ball up on the heel. I mean, you're literally lined up right here, Let the club lay on the ground first. Don't take your grip first. Let it lay down. Let the back of the club lay on the ground. So watch this. This is square right here. That's square. Okay, that's in the center. Now take your grip from there without changing the club face. Okay, that's where it should be right there. Stay there though. Oh, that was more towards the center. Do you hear that? Yeah. Okay, and that's just you just releasing that thing a little bit more as you rotate to get a better feel for it. So your hands are falling underneath your nose and mouth now. That's exactly where they should be. Okay, patient back. There you go. That's in the center. I think that's just a big part of it, you know what I mean? You set yourself up before, it was like you had no real chance of hitting the center unless you drastically rerouted it the other direction. So much better on those. I mean, I know it's just a hair open, but those last two are so much better. What makes it hard for you to do and not easy to get it all the way there is just that lack of boom, being solid, and then having what we talked about yesterday, the arms and hands redirecting in the direction of your body and not getting caught behind that. But the problem is when this all opens up with it down that line. So for you, it's being connected, and then even to remain connected, a player who is strong, who comes from the center of their body aggressively, gets themselves out of sequence. So that's where you need to feel like your back stays to the target for just a second longer as the arms and hands accelerate around you. Okay? I do like players being athletes and knowing what they need more of. This black tee on the outside, that's the direction you're currently swinging with the face being open to that path. Okay? So the direction you need to swing is not hitting the golf ball at 6 o'clock in your mind it's feeling like you need to hit it at 7 in there. Okay, now the thing that Cam and I were talking about is when you're trying to hit the ball on the inside like that, and you do keep the face open like you used to, yeah, you're gonna hit the shot you just hit where it just stays out right and stays straight out right. So you're gonna have to feel like you're in here, but you're turning the club down with it. You know, and that's more of this feel right here. That's funny because, you know, it just stayed pretty straight, right? Tiny little draw. And that's the feeling of me hitting the inside of the ball right there with the knuckles down. Oh, dude. Got the driver back. Watch, this is gonna be 50 yards farther. Nice, dude.
That's the norm.
Let's go, bro. Awesome, awesome. Good. We talked about it yesterday. It's the car going in forward and then reverse.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the culmination of everything getting there
Right.
and then transitioning. It's not, and the key words, and then, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Not like all like happening in, you know, like this, where it's all going in separate directions. That's just you having there be a moment of zero of everything changing directions, and that's exactly where that pause comes from.
That's exactly what we just talked about. When you were saying the back to the thing,
Yeah.
That's for me is just feeling like when I get here,
Yes.
just stay here for a second.
Like here's the thing.
It's like
Hideki makes it.
0 second.
Hideki makes it the most obvious because
Yeah.
it's a forced actual static pause, right?
Yeah.
But he's connected, and that's the reason why it's a great drill because he can literally do it all together. Everything stops together,
Yeah.
starts together. Even guys who don't have it have that moment up there you see on the tour because they just know how to get it all up there together, down there together, and that's exactly what we're working on.
Young and all those.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Think about what your miss is. When you get quick with your rhythm, which today you've been a much better ball striker today because you're smoothing it out. But when you get quick, your body turn gets short and your arms get pinched alongside you. And that's where your chest will turn and then kick them out because they're just behind you. So my big thing with you is really understanding with the big dog. This is how you're gonna get your distance. You wanna really wind it up. This arm is over here. I'm making this big turn and everything's here. So when he comes down, it's ahead. Move that ball forward in your stance a little bit. Let's get other way. Your feet gonna go back there. There we go, off the left shoulder there. Grip, 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 grip. Awesome. Now show me the backswing where you go slow with the big turn here. And just, there it is. Even increase that turn. Get that right shoulder all the way behind your head. There it is. And just, that's what I want you to feel.
It's like I'll fly the elbow up.
No, let the elbow stay where it is. Get their grip again. I mean, that's what's gonna straighten your ball flight out though.
Yeah.
You know, because what happens is, like I said, the right shot and the heel, 100% for you. Just so you know, and like it's not a guess. It's just it is what it is. It's the right arms break down a little bit beyond, a short body turn, and then what happens is the right side of your body kicks everything out like this. Here, kicks everything out, and that's where you get the heel, right? So your feeling for you should be chest faces the arms and hands the whole way, and then just let those arms swing freely on the way down.
Okay.
That's the one common denominator. I can't say it enough. Like I watched you for 2 days now, and you've hit so many good shots when you just even do what you already have done, nothing different besides a little grip change, and really just staying smooth.
Yeah.
Like if you just do that by itself, like if you went to had to go.
Mike said that, and your dad's.
Oh yeah, if you go play tomorrow, that'd be the only thing. If you're playing for a couple bucks, I'd say only thing you're thinking about today, bud. Good setup. 3 times longer in the backswing.
Okay.
Today, hey, 3 times longer, maintain the connection, and let's drive through the inside of that golf ball. Okay? Come on, be under control here. Really feel the golf club head and you go together in the backswing and then come down together. Completely different swing right there. You know, and I know you didn't catch all of it, but it still was much better. Here's what you did differently. Like you and the club were actually together. And that's one thing that my dad always preached. Like, you know, you can feel the club face and where it is if you have the right rhythm and you're connected and it's all one piece together. If you start to hike these away fast, you immediately, your mind loses that connection to the club. And then in transition, it's really hard to then, you know, get it back to where it needs to be because it's a guessing game on the way through.
Yeah.
Like I can physically feel, and I'm not kidding, I want all my viewers to have the same ability to do this. The ability to feel the face the whole way and just know exactly where to get it back to, right? That comes from that rhythm and that connection in the backswing. But just be very slow and feel the club face going back here. Make that the priority. Like see how you can have control of the club though? You pump I mean, that was hit hard, dude.
That's a normal drive. I haven't hit one like that in a while.
There it is. That thing just went 40 yards past the other ones right there. So like my thing,
Sorry for the sweaty hand.
no, don't worry about it, trust me, it's all good. My thought for you would be not just rhythm, rhythm with a purpose, rhythm with an understanding that gives me the ability to stay connected and not just connect it to my body, but my mind to the club face where I can actually feel it and then feel it transition with me. Not like where it gets lost at any point in your swing. That's my goal for you. So here, this is not just for you. This is for so many people. This is so important. Like I don't count to 3, even though it's a 3-to-1 ratio approximately. I'm not going 1, 2, 3. It sounded broken up. It was 1, 2. You know, I really dragged it on, and I hit a lot of balls at that cadence when I was younger. I think when you're in here, I love the idea of the connection between your mind and the club face, because I feel like if you do that, you're going to stay really in sequence and in rhythm. And all I would tell you is, like, when you get to the golf course, think about it. This is your driver. You're strong. First thing that comes to mind is, like, where's that coming from typically? Like, in here. So it's like, it's not the case. It's the case for the backswing. This is what drives the backswing. But this is already moving in the downswing. These just need to be a little more crack the whip and let it go, which the chest follows, and that's the right sequence coming down. It really helps a lot. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. That's like 70 yards past where you were hitting the ones before. Let's go, dude. All right, buddy. It's good stuff. He literally just picked up like 70 yards from where he was hitting it. Well, I mean, think about it. Like, you hit the ball like this, with the glance like this, or hit the ball with the trap like this, right? The angles change everything. You know, I can swing 120 miles per hour left across the ball with a cut face, and that thing could just glance off the planet and only go 190 yards. Now, all of a sudden, I can swing 100 miles per hour, but then have that thing just right down the line with the club face squaring up like that, and all of a sudden, that thing goes, you know, 280 yards with no speed. The thing is, it's no BS, though. Like, I'm sitting there looking at it, I'm like, oh, dude, you picked up 40, 50 on the first couple. The last one was a good 70 yards past the other ones, yeah.
And it wasn't even, like you said, it wasn't even swung harder.
No. And if anything, you probably felt like you delayed where it came fast.
It actually felt slower because I was way back.
You waited.
This part of the body was going way slower. That was the thing.
That's exactly right, Randy. It's great. Hear what he's saying, guys? What he's basically talking about is, it's funny. We delayed his body's rotation. So we got him here. And rather than skip the rock like this, just no speed, right? It was more, hey, get these going. And that's where it, give it a little effortless crack to the whip. And it feels like, this was the part that was aggressive before. Now we're taking that part, not making it aggressive, letting the chest really follow the arms. And that's how your club comes down that right path in front of the center of your body. And you actually end up, believe it or not, rotating more through impact as a result. It's a person who gets out in front early who then either needs to back up or stall out to allow everything to catch up.
Yeah, that's the other benefit too, is what you talked about when I was doing this, then I couldn't release the hand because I'd already whipped it.
Yep.
Right, so if I released it, it was going to go
gone. Yeah, it just had no control of it. Now it's like it's with you. You're connected to it. Well, now you can feel it
behind the ball.
Yeah.
Coming in, so I can.
There it is.
That, you know what I mean?
You got the right idea. You're showing me all the good stuff now.
Yesterday he got my club. Let me see that club. Strokes. Yeah, it's not broken. I didn't even think it was broken.
That's what I do when somebody hits it crappy for a while. I love doing that to a person. Hey, give me that club real quick. Let me look at that real quick. Yeah, let me look at that real quick. And then they think that I actually have an answer, like it's actually kind of jacked up, and then I'll just pipe it for you, and you're gonna, dude, come on. And I'm like, well, definitely doesn't, nothing wrong with it there. It's ready.
I knew it wasn't broken.
At Forzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.